Inside this box right here, we have 4 samples. Which one's gonna come out on top? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. You guys loved the first episode of the mystery blinds, and here we are again. My wife picked 4 samples from my sample collection, poured them in front of me here, and put those sample bottles in this box right here in the brand new mystery blind sample box for us to acquire and find out at the end what they are. Now, make sure you guys drop that like, leave a comment down below at the end of the video which one you thought was going to come out on top, and if you think that my final ranking is correct. And make sure you guys go check that link out down below for the Patreon. The bottle has finally dropped. That is right. My very first pick is for sale. We only have a couple bottles left, so if you want your hands on it, make sure you go check out that Patreon before it goes live for the public, if it makes it there. Might not make it there, but here we go. We've got A, B, C, and D. We're gonna start from our right, work our way to the left, and then you guys will see at the end what my favorite ranking is. And at the looks of it, I know I never got a sample of Russell's Reserve 15 year, but A is super, super, super dark. So, without further ado, let's start this blind. All right, so we are starting off on sample A, all the way to the right. And like I said, that thing is dark as all could be. Not a darn clue of any whiskey that dark except for Russell's Reserve 15 year and maybe a Fiddler, but I don't know if I have a sample of that either. Let's get into the nose. Oh, that's so sweet. Whoa. Herbal black teas. Tea note like crazy, but it got a little bit of a rye spice kicking off of there. You guys will know what these samples are. I'll have sample pictures of the bottles that are in these glasses, but like I said, at this moment, I have no idea. So, this is fun. It's a rye forward, but then it's got this really nice, dark, sweet, herbal black tea note that I really, really love. I love this nose. Let's get into the palate. Wow, is that incredible. Wow, oh wow, is that incredible. It's got some proof, right? First sip of the day, it's lingering and just sitting in the back of my throat. But on my palate, holy cow, is that a flavor bomb. There is so much flavor notes coming off of that. Orange creamsicle, black tea notes roll off of this. Little light espresso note, a little leatheriness. Really sweet. I want to say it's a rye, but it could be a higher rye bourbon. And it might be finished, but I don't know. Holy cow, that thing is incredible. That is one heck of a pour. Let's move on to glass B. B's nose is very sweet. It's lighter. Lighter caramel is a little bit of a very, very, very soft vanilla. Not anything that's rich or dense. Light oaky note. Let's get on the palate. It tastes like it might be a double oak of some kind, but I'm not quite sure because it's very marshmallowy and toasty. I like that. I like that a lot. That's really nice. It's very sweet. It's very chocolatey. The nose does not transfer into the palate whatsoever on this sample. That is very, very good. I like that. Let's get into C. C's nose has this like darker, rich, like cherry note. A little bit of an earthy quality to it. It's a lighter, I get a little bit more of an ethanol forward note off of this as well. It's not as robust on the nose as the first 2 were. Lighter citrusy notes. Let's get in the palate. Very nice mouthfeel, very, very, very clean. Doesn't taste like cleaner, but it's a one note wonder in a way where I'm getting like a wetter nut, like wet peanuts or maybe walnuts or something along those lines. Like you get on top of an ice cream. And I get a richer vanilla note off of this. It's really pleasant. I like C a lot. I really do. It's really, really nice. I don't know if it's better than B or A though. It's softer. It doesn't have a big ethanol like it doesn't have the proof to back it up from A and B. A and B were almost, for what I'm gonna guess, a little bit higher in proof in that like 115-ish range. C tastes a little softer, maybe like 105, so it doesn't have that backbone behind it. But I like C a lot. I really, really do. We're moving into D, and we're going to do what I used to do, and I'm not going to let you guys know on the screen what D is. So we're going to find what D is out together at the end. Whether you like this or you don't like this, this is how it's going to be. So here we go. We're going to dive into D together. You guys are going to have to guess what you think D is off of my nose notes and my palate notes. And we'll find out together at the end. Here we go. Graham crackers. A little bit of a soft maple note. Some fruit qualities, but not a lot. This is a little bit more on like the honey notes and the mapley quality to it. Warmth behind there. Like there's a warmth in this nose. A little bit, it kind of has a little bit like an apple pie filling coming off of this as well, a little bit. And then I get like the topping with the cinnamon and then that warmed up cream note or milk froth from a cappuccino, but I don't get a coffee note. I just get that light cinnamony, foamed up milk note that is really coming off of this really softly on that tail end of everything else. Let's get to the palate. It dries the roof of my mouth out. It dries the back of my tongue out. The tip of my tongue is on fire. And it just rolls all over the place in the back. This is a finish, and I don't know what kind of finish this can be, because this is not your typical oaky, like oak presence, right? This is a different style of wood that is doing this, and it doesn't impart a big flavor note, but the way that it just dried my mouth out, that is very, very interesting. Whatever this is, it's a little bit higher in proof, but not anything crazy. Not getting a lot of proof, but what it's doing is it's just drying out my entire mouth. That's really interesting. I'm going to have to go back and forth with a bunch of these and find out which one is going to be my favorite. But until then, I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our final order, and we just did one little swap. We swapped D and C. A came in first, B came in second, D came in third, and C was in fourth. I've got no idea what all four of these are. You have no idea what D is. So D did move up a little bit. Let's pull out what our samples are. The sample letters coordinating with them are on the bottoms of the bottle, so we'll find out what those are. But we've got a Penelope Tokai finished at 114 proof. We have a New Riff malted rye. This is a 6-year bottled and bond. That's 100 proof malted rye. Next up, we have Redwood Empire's Pipe Dream cast strength at 116.8 proof. And then for our fourth one, we have a Starlight Carl T. Hubbard's double oaked store pick finished in Hungarian oak, 4.5 years old and 113.2 proof. So let's find out what fourth place was as letter C. So let's see. No, yes. So fourth place, letter C, goes to the New Riff malted rye bottled and bond 6-year. So I was correct on the lighter proof. This is a 100 proofer. I think I said 100 to 105. It was good. The flavors were there, but the fact that it was lower proof kind of hurt this and hindered it a little bit in this blind compared to you got 114, 113, and 117 pretty much. So you were in that 115 to, I was right, 115 to 120 proof range for these other three. So like I said, this was really good, but the proof kind of hurt it a little bit. Next up, we had letter D, and letter D was, okay, the Starlight Carl T. Hubbard's double oaked store pick finished in Hungarian oak. This was 113.2 proof. So it was a little off on that 115 to 120 range, but it was still in that higher proof range. But I was correct in the fact that this was finished in another oak. Now this oak, the Hungarian oak, I've never had something in that before, I don't think. And the drying effect that oak brought out of that whiskey was actually really, really interesting. I'd like to see other offerings from that. I'm not quite sure how long it's finished in that Hungarian oak. I might put that on the screen if I can find that for you guys. But again, this was a single barrel store pick. So Hungarian oak adds this really, really interesting, just super dry tannic effect, but brings out a lot of flavors. Really interesting. And then we have A and B. And we've got the Penelope I don't know how to pronounce this, right? Tokaji or Tokai. I think it's a Japanese or a Chinese oak. And then we have the Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Cask Strength. 116.8 proof, 114 proof. This, I'm just going to go off of the color. I'm going to guess the Redwood Empire got second. It is B. So Redwood Empire got second, and the Penelope Tokai Rye Finished Bourbon, or Rye, the Penelope Tokai Finished Rye Whiskey got first place. So there we are. We got a rye in first. We had a rye in last. And we had two bourbons here in the middle. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This one is, I love these sample picks that my wife just grabs out of the boxes back there, pours in the glasses, puts in the mystery blind sample box for us, and we get to taste some interesting samples that you guys have sent me. Now, if you guys want to send me some samples that we can throw in into the box for these upcoming videos, make sure you guys check that link down below for my email. Also, join the Patreon. You guys, we do so many fun sample giveaways and things along those lines. So if you want to send me stuff, that's probably the easiest way, or just reach out through my email. That is in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.